later.
Oh yeah, what a nice afternoon. I'm out here at the Cumberland Mountain State Park on their lake, and you have to pay to launch here. They charge you $6 plus tax. It used to be a flat $5, but now it costs more. They don't have a yearly launching pass, but what they do have is a nice dock area that you can launch from, so that's a good thing. Okay, got two cameras going today. I got my Osmo Pocket 3 mounted on a pole behind me. Okay, then I've got this one here that I'm talking to. So I'm out here just paddling around, looking for some wildlife, birds, anything I could possibly see. Let me turn you around so you can see the other side. So we're heading down the lake towards the CCC bridge. I don't have any idea if I'm going to see any wildlife today. It is July and it's hot out here, but I just come out for a nice paddle. It's been over a month since my last paddle. It's a really pretty day. It was raining when I got here, so I had to wait a few minutes for it to stop raining. Now, right now it doesn't look too bad. Let's see if I can get a let's start these cameras. Well, it's humid out here today. Just up around this corner, we should see the bridge. I brought my Nikon D500 with the 500 PF. That's the only camera I brought. It's in a dry bag. I keep the dry bag here between my legs. Last time I was out on the kayak, it rained bad. But you know, when you're out here and on the water and you get wet from rain, it really doesn't matter too much as long as your gear don't get wet. Then you start to see the bridge now. I've seen some geese down here a while ago. That's mainly the main staple out here, but I've seen a lot of different birds out here. Kingfishers, woodpeckers. Every once in a while you hear an owl. Probably one of the prettiest state parks, I think, in Tennessee, Cumberland Mountain State Park. I think I'm the only one out here on the lake paddling. It is early on Sunday, so it's like 11:30. I'm just gonna stay out here for a couple hours. I'll take you down here by the bridge. Yeah, it'd be nice if they had a yearly pass, because this is only about 5 or 10 minutes from my house to come out here. And it's a nice paddle. I hear some birds over here. long time ago, they built this place back in the 30s. Okay, part of the Cumberland homesteads. There's a dragonfly on the front of the kayak on that rope. And used to swim out here. They let people swim. There's some old pictures up here of like a dock out here in the middle of the lake, a diving platform. But they don't allow that anymore. No swimming anymore. Probably for different reasons. Could be water quality, I don't know. I see the geese down there. Now you can get a pretty good view of the bridge. What I need to do is come out here one day with my regular lens, like probably the 24 to 120 on the Z6ii, and take some photographs of this bridge from the water level here. Let's go on down here and see what's going on. Did my walk this morning, so this is like a supplemental exercise in the afternoon. I don't use my kayak enough, and I need to get it out more often. Oh, I see some big old thunderheads up above me. I hope it don't rain. There's a whole gaggle of geese down here. I don't know what this buoy says. Probably says keep out. TWRA. I have no clue. See the geese? Like I said, these geese are pretty much residents out here. You'll see them here most all the time. They're probably getting up here in this shallow water so they can get something to eat. Friendly enough. Well, let's get down this other shoreline. We'll head our way back. Yeah, I put my bathing suit on before I left the house, and my wife seen me. She said, "Are you going swimming?" I said, "No, I'm gonna take the kayak out for a while." Okay. I see something over here on a log. This is almost as relaxing as anything that I can think of, okay? I don't know if that's a turtle over there or what. I'm gonna get my camera out. See if I get ready here. I think it is a turtle. If I get too close though, it'll get spooked. See if I can get a picture of that turtle. The last time I had the D500 out, I had a strap on it, which I think was a mistake. Let's see if I can get right here. Yeah, it's a turtle. If you've never tried to photograph from a kayak, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. Okay. The kayak is kind of drifting all the time and moving. Try it. The sun's gone in now. Let's go to group focus. I know I've watched many videos. Come on, baby. I'll bring the shutter speed up. He didn't seem to mind me being here. Go across the other side of the lake. Over here's a cove with a tree down. See if we can spot any other birds over this way. Here we go. There's a dragonfly right up there. I don't know if I can make this happen or not. Well, if it turned out to be anything, I'll show you in the video now. There's a fish right there. You can see it. You know, one of the things that I found myself doing with my photography recently is neglecting it, okay? I have been so enamored with creating videos for one of my channels, okay, All Things Ron. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. That I haven't been able to do much photography or photo editing or anything like that with photography, and that's a bad thing for Ron, okay? I need to change gears. I need to quit concentrating so much on my YouTube channel and trying to, I don't even know what I'm trying to do, okay? Let me turn around so I can talk to you. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't even know what I'm trying to do with these channels, okay? I have no intentions, okay, of monetizing any of my other two channels, okay? The only one that's monetized is my photography channel. And I really don't care about how much money I make on it, because that's not important to me. Currently, I'm only making about $40 a month on ad revenue, you know, which is, it's not hardly worth my time, okay, to fool with that. And photography channels are not really a good niche to be in. So, yeah, I mean, I just do what I can, try to come up with original content for it. The other two channels, I don't really care at all about how many subscribers there are, or if it gets monetized, or how many watch hours. I really don't care about that, you know. And I've caught myself just sitting there spending too much time making videos, okay? And you know, for the most part, this is July. Gee whiz, since January, I really haven't done a whole lot of photography. Most of my photography has been like street photography around town. No hardly any of landscape photography, which is okay. I mean, you know, you can get burned out on landscape photography, so doing different kinds of photography is okay. But the point is this: I haven't been picking up my cameras as often, making photographs, okay? And that is something that really, really bothers me, because first love, that is actually my hobby. My hobby is photography, okay? Not YouTube channels. Anyways, I'm going to have to sit down and really think about this hard, okay? I'm not getting rid of my channels, but I just need to change my focus so it's more on photography, okay? Now, if you go over to my channel, All Things Ron, and you'll see on there, I've been doing some walking, a lot of walking. And one of the reasons I've been doing that, okay, that walking, is to get in shape, all right? I have gotten out of shape since I retired in December, 6 months ago, going on 7 months. And I realized that, and I knew that I needed to get in shape so I could get out this fall, in this winter, in this next coming spring, and do landscape photography like I've done in the past, okay? I do like wildlife photography too, but you know, landscape photography is my forte. That's what I really like to do the best. I've made some plans for the winter, okay, for this fall. In October, I'm going to spend a week at the Shenandoah National Park, and I'll be staying in the Big Meadows campground, and I will be doing landscape photography, waterfall photography, and wildlife photography, and possibly Milky Way photography. I'm not too sure about that. Depends on what the Milky Way is doing in middle October. I need to investigate that. And then in November, the week before Thanksgiving, I'll be spending a whole week in Cades Cove, and that'll be a combination of wildlife and landscape photography, that trip. And then I've got a third trip that I have not decided that I'm going to do just yet, but I'm really close to deciding that. And that trip will be down to Florida, okay, to St. Mark's Wildlife Refuge in the Panhandle of Florida. And my plan is to go down there a couple days after Christmas and take the camper down there and stay for about a week. You know, and then after that, I don't know, since I'll be in Florida, I might do something else. I don't know while I'm down there. Now, none of these trips, my wife, she won't be joining me on any of these trips, okay? Because she just doesn't like camping so much. Now, if I had a nicer rig, you know, bigger, and some of the places we went to had conveniences like Wi-Fi, things like that, then yeah, she might go along with me, you know. It'd be nice if she did go. But, you know, this is one of the reasons I retired, was to get out and enjoy the things that I want to do, okay? It's just like kayaking here. I enjoy doing this, okay? It's peaceful. I just wish they'd sell you a yearly pass down here. Let me turn this around so you can see the marina, okay, as I'm approaching to it. So I've got a couple new mounts on my kayak, and what I've got right there, I can't really take a picture of one, but I've got a DJI Action selfie stick. So it's on a ball head on a ram mount sitting up in the front here, And what I can do, I'll show you real quick. I can raise this up and get it up like that high, okay? Something like that, all right? So you get a different view that way. There's the boathouse where I left out of. I've got a video I did out, yeah, so here I go. I got a video I did out here a few weeks ago. I'll put a link in the description if you want to watch it. It was a calming day of photography that I did. I did a walk around out here with the Nikon Z8 and the 24-120. We're going to go into that bridge over there in just a minute. I'll have to watch that back camera to make sure. Let's put another marker in this video. Learned that trick from David Sailors. So the camera down here in front of me is recording the audio. The Action 3, which is behind me on a pole, is only using the internal speakers, okay? We're gonna go under this bridge and head upstream, up the creek. Quiet, beautiful day. Maybe I'll find some wildlife up here where the creek kind of narrows down a little bit. Anyways, I'm really excited about my fall trips. You know, one of my biggest problems is committing, okay? Just committing to doing stuff like that. I want to do it, but, you know, I had to enlist the help of my wife. I told her my dilemma about hauling the trailer 500 miles from home. For both, well, for two of those trips, it would be 500 miles one way, which should not be a problem. I plan on breaking the trips up into 2 days, you know, staying at a Cracker Barrel or Walmart or something. But I just told her, I said, I just have trouble committing to things like that. She said, well, just go. You know, about a month ago, I made a comment to her one afternoon. I said, I'm going to pack my truck and I'm leaving. And she says, where are you going? I says, I'm going to Yellowstone. You know what she said to me? Go for it. Now, she was serious, okay? I think I'm going to sneeze. She was serious about that, okay? I didn't go. I checked with my friend Lynn Alexander. She just got back last month with her and her friend Louise. And she was slightly disappointed with what was going on with wildlife out there. And I guess they're trying to keep the grizzlies back from the road. So, you know, they're using whatever means the rangers are that they use to scare the bears away from the road, which, you know, they do that and then you can't hardly see them unless you got a great big lens. And then even then it's probably like a little dot in the grass, you know. I didn't bring my phone with me. If I had, I could have took a picture of my mounts. There's a guy up in the north, up in New England. I watch his channel, Bill Green Photography, Wild Bill. He has a I think a Lifetime kayak. It's a sit-in. Mine's a sit on top. Perception. Pescador 100, is it? I think it's a 100 10-footer. Anyways, I noticed he had to change his mounting situation for his GoPro. I'm gonna go a little closer to the shore this way. See what I see. Hear a crow. I think I hear a titmouse. I hear a bird. Hear it? Well, I heard a bird back there, but I couldn't see it. There's a bunch of trees down out in the creek. This is the creek portion of the lake. Probably still part of the lake. Another dragonfly right over here. I don't know if I can get a photograph of that or not. Nope, he flew off. Well, it'd be cool to see a great blue heron out here somewhere. It's muggy. I need to find me a place to go down by Watts Bar somewhere. Put in down there at Rockwood County Park. They got kayak launches down there. There's another dragonfly over here. Several, maybe if I come over here and hold still. It's kind of shallow right here. I don't think it's shallow enough for me to beach. Yeah, trying to focus on a dragonfly from the kayak might be a challenge. There's one right there. Let's see what I can do. And he's flying. Oh, there's two of them. They're mating. Can't hardly see their wings. They're like translucent. There's one right there. Oh, still. They're so quick. There he is again. Well, see if that turns out. If it does, I'll show it to you in the video. Pretty bad if that's when all you can find is dragonflies to photograph. Must be mating season. They're all over the place up here. I just started the other camera back up. Yeah, it's pretty shallow right through here. I think I'm out of the channel, if there is a channel. I mean, there's a ton of dragonflies up here. I guess if that's all you got to photograph today, that's all you got to photograph. What was that? I was up here about a year ago, 2 years ago maybe, my first paddle. I think it was a big old carp. Jumped out of the water right in front of me. Scared the shit out of me. Be nice if there was a turtle laying up on that log. I'm going to have to talk to my friend, the park ranger out here, about letting me have a yearly pass to kayak, trade him out some photography for it or something. There's some duck boxes out here. Trying to get some different angles. Well, this seat's not very comfortable. circle, I think right over here. See something shiny. So I just seen a green heron right here, and I'm trying to get a photograph of it, but it's not cooperating. Plus the sun is out, so I'm waiting to see if the sun gets obscured by the clouds, and if I could get in a position. There's a whole bunch of branches and stuff over there. I can't really get a clean shot of him, but I'm gonna wait out here just for a minute. One thing about these herons, they're really a patient bird. They'll stay put for a long time, waiting for an opportunity. Now he's moved. See it, heron?
Yeah, a little green heron.
Yeah, see it?
Yes.
Can't get him to come up out of there.
Sitting quietly.
Yeah, he's very patient. Yeah. Very patient.
All those side folks when I was a child.
Yeah. Well, I come out here to take bird photographs. That's the first one I've actually seen today.
Very grateful.
Yeah. They don't seem to mind these kayaks too much. I'm gonna paddle to the other side. There was some man over there on the hiking trail. Seen him too. I might just paddle on down the creek a little ways and come back. He's right there, man. so bright. Well, that's the best I could do. I'll come back here this way, see if you're still here when I come back. Might have to change the battery in this camera right here, showing red. That was the first bird, well, first real bird. I'm hearing birds, cardinals and stuff, but that was the first bird I seen on the water. I was looking for a great blue heron, but I'll take a green heron. Well, I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna get ready to paddle back in. Been out here long enough. I'm hoping I get home. I hope them pictures turned out. Well, that was worth it. Hi. Hi.